Welcome to Toe Hill Studio. My name is Kendall Kessler. I can't believe I did this. I really can't, but I did. I forgot to clean the card off, so I was moving right along, talking and doing real fine, having a great time, and then heard the beep. So, sorry that this painting's already in progress. It's another Skyline Beauty painting of Atlanta, Georgia. And as I've already said, but you're not going to hear it, is that I'm just really trying to do something a little different because I have a lot of these with water, and this one has got the roads, and I was thinking about really trying to do something interesting with that coming out from a certain section. I really like what's happened so far. I've already talked about that. I'm trying to just stay, I don't know why I keep saying I've already talked about that, you know that. I'm just trying to really stay within the skyline and have strong colors and just work with the white. I'm sure you've heard me say before, if you've watched any of mine, that white is a combination of all colors, so it can tend to really overpower colors. But, you know, I'm using it very strong. So I'm hoping that I can just do that. Also said that I wanted to kind of emphasize the blue. Well, guess what? I didn't do that. I was going to, but I didn't. So scratch that. Although maybe I will now. Because a lot of the ones I really like have a lot of blue in them. So I don't know. I think, though, the ones that I really liked that had a lot of blue, I went back into them and just really pushed it. That's what artists say when they're talking about really making a color come out very strongly and really emphasizing that color. So I think I'll just keep going with what I've got. Just a multicolor thing. I can't believe I forgot to do that. I charged the battery. I remembered that. Completely charged it and forgot to wipe the card. So here I am going along. Beep, beep. I hate that. I haven't done that in a long time, though, so I'll give myself credit for that. And anyway, it's not like you missed a tremendous amount. I'm basically doing just what I was doing. Just really trying to do some energetic, colorful things with the roads here and with the skyline. Just can't believe I did that. Oh well. Oh, I wanted to say something about the last painting I just sold, Emerging Hawk. I was real pleased with how that one turned out, and so glad that someone purchased it in North Carolina, and she sent me a photograph. I love that when people do that, photograph of it on her wall, and that's always really cool. And she must have it in a really good light or knows her way around photography, because it looked really good. Lots of times people do that and it doesn't look that great because, as you probably know, cameras can really take away color. You got to know what you're doing. It was something I've certainly learned over the years to making files of my own work. Ooh, dripping down. Well, I've already got an awful lot done. It's been 3 minutes. I think I might do the whole thing this time and just get rid of the white, especially since I've only gone so far. And I was thinking about doing like circular motions in it. And I also wanted to say something about my favorite one. I think, God, it's awful, I should know. I think it's Memphis, I'm not sure. But anyway, it has a whole lot of blue. I've done a lot of these. And one person said, well, you know, oh, no, it wasn't. I don't want to say it because I'm going to get into trouble if I say it. So I better not. Shoot, darn it, I wanted to say that, but then I might get into some trouble. I try to stay out of politics right now. God, I made the mistake of saying something on Facebook one time, and whoa, got called all kinds of names, and ugh. I think some people, I didn't get threatened or anything, but some people I think will do that. So I'm trying to stay off of that, which is sad, because I think that there was a time when you could have your opinion. But a lot of people right now are not letting you have your opinion. Boy, I like the way this is turning out, but I really do want to cover the whole thing. God, I wish I could say what I wanted to say, because it was funny. Oh, well. If I hadn't said the state, I would be fine. But that killed it. Okay, I'm going to just bring these really out. Don't have to worry about the time, since I did so much of it. For the card, for the camera told me you gotta quit. So, got plenty of time to cover the whole thing. So that's one nice thing. I still can't believe I did that. I thought I had finally stopped doing that. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to really bring those out in swirling motions and then kind of do a counter swirl at the top. See what happens. So this is going to be like the energy of the roads coming out. And then I'm going to swirl it in another direction at the top. So sometimes things work out, even when you have mistakes. Yeah, I'm really liking the way this is turning out. I have a feeling I'm going to, oh good, now I like that. And see now, I know I keep interrupting myself. That's the way I am. I've been doing this for so long time. I react to it and I interrupt myself. That's just the way it is. Something that just happened that I wasn't counting on. Like I said, I balance between control and accident, but in these Skyline Beauty paintings, I really do a lot of accident and not really think a whole lot about it. There's a connection now between the yellow and the green going around kind of like in a circle. And if you've studied art, you know there's all kinds of compositional devices to just make the space work well, to keep your attention and just make it interesting. And that's one of them, where you connect one side to the next by the color. And that's what happened there, and I wasn't planning on it. So I'm going to make sure that doesn't go away. I think I got to use the next cup of water. This one's getting really dirty. I'm glad I started remembering to bring too. And, okay. Yeah. I'm hoping that I can do something else this afternoon and not go back into this. Oh, I like the way this is happening. It's giving you the effect of the roads, but then it's just kind of dreaming out. You know, it's going into a kind of a dream state, which is really cool. So I'm going to get probably just a little bit bigger brush. Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will. Can't decide. A little bit of a bigger brush and swirl in the top area and see what happens. Yeah, just do a real swirling effect in what would be a sky. Of course, it's not going to look much like a sky with what I'm doing. It's certainly very abstract. I'm using it fairly pretty thick, so it's not moving around. You know it's abstract when you put that color up there. Yeah. Well, this is cool. It's only been 7 minutes. So I might even, if I think I need to go to another stage, I might just do that. So, messing up today was kind of a blessing in disguise, because I was able to get a lot further. I don't know if I've already said this because I've talked in the other one, so I'm not sure if I've already said this, but I am such a workaholic that to me one day is like the next. You've probably heard me say that before if you've watched any of my videos, that people say hump day and, you know, get into the weekend. Okay, what's the difference? But I don't know if I said this either, but I'm just, sorry if I'm saying it again. I did actually get out and get some shoes. And I'm telling you, because of this pandemic, good Lord, my shoes that I wear most of the time have a hole underneath the big toe. And I got to get out and get some shoes. And unfortunately, the really nice shoe store we had here closed, and I have to go to one that's a 20-minute drive. So that's kind of difficult. But I did it. I got out there and I found a new pair of shoes. And for me, it's a little bit of a problem because a few years ago I developed a bone spur. And I had never had them before, didn't know what to do. Went to the podiatrist who gave me the best advice. And if still have it, it's hardly anything. And the advice was I need to have a little bit of a heel, which really surprised me. And I need to make sure I have a shoe that doesn't touch that area. It's, you know, back of my heel. And ever since I've done that, I hardly know it's there. It may have gone away. A friend of mine told me that she had them and they went away. I read that they don't normally go away, that they, you know, you're just stuck with them. So I guess she and I are very lucky, but you know, once in a while I get a little pain there. So I'm not going back to having shoes that touch that area. So it's hard. I'm telling you, it's hard to find a shoe that I can use. And I did. It took a while, but I did. And I'm so glad. Thank God. About time. The ones that I had are just not going to last forever. I mean, a friend of mine in dance class said, you know, when that hole goes all the way through, you're done. So it's done all the way through, and I'm still wearing those around the house because they're so comfortable. But, you know, you can't expect a shoe to last forever. And I was glad I found the time. And the store had some really nice kind of shifts. And I love clothes that you can just throw on, you know, and you don't have to have anything, no belts, no pants, you know, you don't have to have pants with them, just a dress that you throw on in the summertime. I love that. I saw some at Walmart and I brought one home because I didn't want to try it on, and it sucked. It was no good. Sorry if that word offends people. I think some people are offended by that word. I think it's gotten to the point where nobody pays attention to it. But anyway, I got it home. I thought, I gotta take it back. But I saw some at this store where I got the shoes, and I gotta get back and try some of those on this time because it's a little far away to have to take it back. And I'm hoping I can do that today. That would be really nice. But, you know, I don't know if they still call them shifts, but when I was a kid, they called them shifts. And I always thought they were so cool. You know, just throw them on, that's it, and you're done. I wear a lot of yoga pants now. I'm so glad I took up yoga a few years ago. Good grief. Before I took up yoga, I couldn't touch my toes, and here I was skating and swimming and dancing, just not stretching enough. I thought I was stretching too. I did some ballet stretches, but wasn't enough because I could not touch my toes. Now, good grief, I can do all kinds of things. I highly, highly recommend, if you want to keep your body together as you get older, yoga. That stuff is fantastic. It's really hard at first, but then after a while you get better and better at it. I'm doing things I could not do that I could do when I was a kid, and still doing everything else, but now I'm stretched out. So if you're having trouble, especially if you're having that I think it's called myofascial problem, that's what, facial pain or whatever, that's the problem that I was having. I would have a muscle that all I'd have to do is just turn, lean over, and it would go ballistic for days. It's like, I guess because I worked real hard, but I wasn't stretched out, it just went nuts. And it just would drive me crazy. Because I thought, good grief, I just turned. So all I do is just turn. Didn't do anything strenuous. So I am so glad. My older sister and a friend of mine said, you know, you really should take this up, because I looked at it and I saw it becoming very popular. I thought, that just looks weird. I just thought, what in the world is that stuff? And I just couldn't see how that would be so helpful. And I do now. And I will do it as long as I can. We have a student in our class who is 85 years old. You know, I will keep on doing it. One of my favorite performers is Dick Van Dyke, 95, recently did a performance that included a dance. I wonder if he does yoga. I bet he does. I always thought he was really great. He's obviously aged beautifully, incredibly well. Was sorry his brother died. I liked him too. He was, if you ever saw The Middle, I love that show. I got the whole thing. If you ever saw that, he did a part, Jerry Van Dyke on The Middle, that I thought was fantastic. It was the best thing I ever saw him do as the grandfather. It was just wonderful. Okay, so I used a lot of time anyway, and I really am pleased. I might fool with it a little bit more after I turn this off, and I might not. And I forgot to say the stuff at the beginning that I wanted to for people that don't get to the end of this, and which is understandable because it's long. But anyway, thank you for watching. There will be a link to the final painting, which may change a little, in the top of the description, a link to my Etsy shop, my website, and other sites with my work.